Detroit every time I'm in front of a camera. Pop G's, spark trees, lot of drop V. Better boss up and get this money. Rep Detroit every time I'm in front of a camera.
What's up, One Pride family? We on the road this morning, man. We are one day before the official NFL draft. Man, I have so much excitement flowing through my bones right now, man. There's so many possibilities. This is, like I said, this is the most, I would say, unsure draft that I've seen in a long time, man. We're not sure about anything in this draft. We're not sure who the Jags are going to take. We're not sure who the Detroit Lions are going to take. Man, I mean, with any team, they can go so many different directions, man. It just makes this thing even more and more exciting. At the same time, to give you, you know, those anxiety type of vibes at the same time. So, especially us being the Detroit Lions, man, with our history. But we're giving, you know, Brad Holmes a clean slate. Let's see what he can do in draft number 2, if he can go in there and knock it out of the park. You know, like a lot of us believe he can, like he's shown, you know, over there with the Rams, man. You know, like I said, even though he wasn't the head man in charge over there, a lot of the draft picks that they did make over there had a lot to do with Brad Holmes' influence. So, with that said, man, Aidan Hutchinson looking like a possibility to go number 2 overall to the Detroit Lions. That's if they want to go that route. One thing you got to know about the history of Brad Holmes, man. When Brad Holmes gets his mindset on a guy that he likes, he wants to get that guy that he likes. You know, he has no problem making it known who he wants. So is that Kayvon Thibodeaux? They sent the brass out there to the Oregon Pro Day. You know, if Hutchinson is sitting there, do we still get Thibodeaux? Or do we move another direction? Do we do something outlandish and get Malik Willis? You know what I'm saying? Which I absolutely have no faith in us doing. I truly do believe the Jaguars most likely probably are going to go and get either a Trayvon Walker or they're going to go O-line. Like I said, there's a debate going on within them right now between 4 players. Even though we've seen what happened as far as offensive tackle for them today, them reaching the the agreement today with their starting left tackle, doesn't mean that they're not going to go get some more guys to put on that line, because they needed more than just one position to be filled. They needed help all over that line. So they still have a possibility, to me personally, to get an offensive lineman. But Trayvon Walker has been a hot topic. Obviously, you heard the reports about the owner and the GM having split decisions on who they want. The owner wanting Aidan Hutchinson and the GM wanting a guy in Trayvon Walker. Here's the thing, man. Let's just keep it, simple and plain. All of these guys, for me, in my opinion, after watching all of those guys on film and having a close-up to watch them, as far as Michigan and Georgia, some Oregon games, those guys are even killed to me. Those guys are even killed. You're getting different things out of certain guys, but none of those guys, to me, say I'm going to come in absolutely just change the franchise from day one. It's no Chase type of guy here. You know what I'm saying? So all of these guys are really good. They're all really good. With Hutchinson and his size and his power and his motor, with Kayvon with his speed and his power, and also with the speed and the power of Trayvon Walker. You got guys like Karlaftis. You got, man, listen, these edge rushers, man, they don't separate themselves as far as some people may think. Some people think that Kayvon Thibodeaux is just leagues above these other guys because, he flashes some outstanding plays here and there, which You got the right to think that way or feel that way. We seen Aiden Hutchinson with a hell of a performance against, Ohio State, against, some of these better offensive linemen in college football. And, like I said, you can make an argument with any of these dudes. Me personally, I really don't care. I just want an edge rusher. That's where I'm at with it. I want a edge rusher. I don't care if it's Walker, Thibodeau, Hutchinson, whoever. I just want an edge rusher. I want defense at number 2. If we stay at number 2. And if we move back, I still want defense. I mean, that's just what it is, man. It's no other way around it, man. We got so many holes on that defense. And, with Jared Goff still being here currently at this moment, and he's going to be here, I just don't see the need to go out and do something outlandish like get Malik Willis at 2. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, any other draft in the past with quarterbacks coming out, Malik Willis is not even in the top conversation to me. But in this draft, it's elevated simply because of how weak this draft is for quarterback. You got the hand problems with the size problems with some guys. You got the guys like Ritter who just misses passes for no damn reason half the time. So, I definitely did my homework on these quarterbacks. And, Malik Willis stands out in this class. But some of those past classes absolutely will not be talking about no Malik Willis the way we do right now. The oohs and ahs of pro days and the combine and all that stuff is irrelevant to me. I told you those should not have anything to do with your draft status. They should only help what was already there. So us, people who actually watch the tape, we know that Malik Willis has no business going at number 2. Now, if they traded back and made something happen, fine, whatever. You feel like we have to do it because 9 times out of 10, if we plan on doing something this season and win some games, then we probably don't get a shot at those top quarterbacks coming out in the next class. We all know this, right? So you feel like you got to do that now, fine. With that said, I want an edge rusher. I want an edge rusher and I want a safety. You know what I'm saying? In this draft. With 2 and 32. And that's just that, man. That's just where I'm at with it. Pulling up to the auto shop. Y'all can hear my car whining. Gotta get something done. But that's just where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? So one thing that I do believe when it comes to NFL drafts, events, in sports and what have you, Vegas. Vegas, man. When Vegas made that switch, I said, oh, man. Now, that was to confirm what I thought already had a little bit of merit to it with the Trayvon Walker situation. But when I seen when Vegas, gave him those best betting odds to go number 1 overall, I said, this thing is legit. Like, these arguments that you hearing about within the organization, it's true. It's true. Because Vegas is Vegas, man. You bet against Vegas, you're going to lose most of the time. So, with that said, if they do go and get Walker at 1 and Hutchinson is there, me personally, if the Lions pass up on Hutchinson, I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm going to be one unhappy camper. One unhappy camper, man. Because you got a guy who is rated as the consensus number 1 guy in this draft by multiple football minds. And like I say, even though there's not a huge separation, I still think out of the group, I still think Aiden Hutchinson is just a little bit here. He's the top guy out of those selections for me. So if we pass up on that guy, it would be the most Lions thing I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? It would be so Lions for us to do that, man. And this guy goes out and turns into that Max Crosby, turns into that lost Bosa brother, turns into, a long distance Watt brother or something like that. And, we miss out on that, because here is my concern. And one thing that the fan base needs to understand here in Detroit. Listen, I'm probably sure you recognize now that we are the Detroit Lions. We play in a division where size and power mixed with motor is needed. Speed is not going to just get it in the NFC North. You have to think about the offensive lines that we're going up against. You need more than just speed. You're going to need hands. You're going to need power. You're going to need a high motor. And on top of that, we play in some of the most grungiest places that you think. Lambeau Field, Soldier Field. You know what I'm saying? So when I think of that, my mind goes Hutchinson. Hutchinson knows the conditions we deal with. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a hometown kid, you know. So, I mean, what more? You know what I'm saying? When I'm thinking someone who can go out there and play in Lambeau Field and play in Soldier Field, and somebody who's 6'6", you know what I'm saying? A big muscular powerhouse with a motor, with an absolute, not a Ford motor, more like GM, Chrysler, you know what I'm saying? His motor ain't gonna break down on you on the side of the road. No shots to the Fords, I'm just joking. But yeah, that's the guy that I want. That's the guy that I want. I want the guy that's used to playing here in Michigan in those conditions, not the guy that's used to playing over there, you know, in sunshine. You know what I'm saying? I want the guy that's more concerned about his legacy and playing football here than putting his NFTs to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing against an athlete wanting to, you know, put himself in great position, but I just don't want that to be the forefront. You know what I'm saying? I want football first. You can do that behind the scenes. I want football first. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to all of those characteristics, Aiden Hutchinson is my guy. Now, Malik Willis, not gonna lie to you, after going back and looking a little bit deeper into his tape, Malik Willis is a hell of a prospect. He's a hell of a prospect because he was going through the very same thing that our once heralded quarterback was going through here in Detroit, which is no help. No help. You know what I'm saying? Literally zero on the offensive line. Pressure, 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 pressure. You know what I'm saying? Not really having a chance to get through those reads. You know what I'm saying? But he can make every single throw. He can make every single throw. We all know he can, you know, extend plays. He's built like a linebacker. We know this. Malik Willis is a hell of a prospect. So, you know, I just don't want him at number 2 because I just don't want if it didn't go right, I don't want the bad side of history to show his face. I would rather move back and say, hey, we took a shot at a QB, a franchise, a potential QB in a later pick. I'm fine with that. I am fine with that. But at number 2, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So those are my thoughts going into the draft. But tomorrow's going to be a spectacular day, man. As I told y'all before, download the Lions Nation Night app, but at the same time, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Every year we do this draft party. This year, this draft party is going to be a little bit different. It's not just going to be in the living room watching draft with you guys or in the office. We got something big going on tomorrow night. Me, Micro Mike, Herman Moore. You know, we're gonna have some things going on tomorrow, so you have to go and subscribe to that channel. Subscribe and make sure you following. If you do have Twitter, if you have the other social media outlets, make sure you following. But at the same time, subscribe to Lions Nation Unite because we have something going on tomorrow night, and I don't think you guys want to miss it, man. We're gonna party and have a great time. A great time tomorrow night. So make sure you guys tune in to that. And be ready, man. We got a roller coaster to ride tomorrow, man, and hopefully it's in our favor. So with that said, I got business to take care of. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.